Good morning. This is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. This is meteorologist Steve Krasinowski with your weather briefing Storm Scoop. Today we're going to focus a lot on the tropics. We'll discuss a little bit of the aftermath of the humidity pushing out yesterday in many areas, and then we're going to really focus on what's going on in the tropics. So let's jump in. This is start off the morning. This is 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Not as warm as we showed yesterday to start off the day. Cold front in the east brought some temps down, humidity down, but just sort of a glancing blow. It'll be back later today. Some relief coming there Thursday and Friday. And out west in Colorado and in those four corner states, pretty cool to start the day. And we'll take a look at the humidity here. See here that the dew point's under 65 degrees. This is quite comfortable and quite different than what's been happening in a good portion of our country, not just this week, but pretty much the whole summer. And then here's the humidity levels at 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can see they do creep up back east, and almost a third of the western United States is just under a flume of humidity. It's pretty wretched. So, but going from there, let's jump in and look at what could be our next tropical system. The system's funny because it looks like it should have a good pathway to develop, but it really is struggling. This would be Isaiah if it becomes named. It probably will be named. This is the current potential track. Remember, the cone represents the areas that would be affected, not necessarily where she might be going. So looks like a direct hit for Florida and the islands as well. With the COVID right now, obviously this would be concerning. Might keep people inside. So this is the path that it has right now. You can see a lot of dry air that it's going to have to go through. So yesterday it had some favorable development environment, but it just never got it together. We'll discuss that in a second. But it'll have an opportunity this morning to try and get its act together, but it's going to have to overcome a few things. So you can see here that there's no real center of circulation, and that's the reason at this point why it hasn't been named. So while there are elements of a tropical system, they haven't come together yet. So I would expect at maybe some point today, maybe in the afternoon, 4 o'clock-ish, you might see a name pop onto this storm. And then here's just a crude drawing of what I was trying to show regarding trying to find a center and what's been going on. And you can see some inflows and outflows of air and the storm trying to reorganize. So it's pushing through some old shear. You can see that in the bottom half of the screen. And like I said, it has some work to do. And then finally, I just wanted to leave with the storm tracks. Again, we don't know what the storm is going to look like, but right now the models, and as you can see, there is a strong range of models, but these are the ones that we typically use for tropics. Some of them are different than our usual models that we use for synoptic, but it's a pretty good trend here in the spaghetti maps, the spaghetti models of coming close or even hitting Florida and then coming up the East Coast. The Carolinas are obviously in play. And then does it hug the East Coast as it heads northeast? Does it send out to sea? So there's a lot to look for and at here. So we'll continue to look at that tomorrow, and we'll give some more guidance in what we expect. And we'll also talk about some changes in the weather happening across the country that'll happen later this week. So keep an eye out for that as well. I am meteorologist Steve Krasinowski with your weather briefing Storm Scoop. Have a wonderful day.